Hello, everybody. This is Bill Thomas. We're about to begin another episode of Leadership Power Paradigms. I hope everybody's doing well today, and looking forward to this particular one. This one will be a lot of fun, and we're going to make sure that you guys come out with something here. Okay, let's see. Well, we'll get there in a second here. I just want to get my yeah. All right. Well, good, good. There we go. Welcome everybody, and if you give me one quick second, I'll switch to the presentation mode. All right. So here we go. Thanks for joining us today. It's my pleasure and privilege to share my more than 40 years of leadership experiences, expertise, and explorations with you as we examine the practical knowledge contained in this unique episode of our 14-minute Leadership Power Paradigms webinar series. If you're a supervisor, manager, executive, or another form of professional who has responsibility for your own or another person's results, then you are a leader who faces challenges, problems, and difficulties in your daily work. Dictionary.com defines the person, place, or thing and action of making a challenge in these ways. However, leaders like you and I already know and understand that our challenges are problems, trials, tribulations, troubles, difficulties, roadblocks, obstacles, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity or ambiguous directions, conflicts between people, unreasonable or impossible demands, unknowns, messy or changing situations. You can type in your choice in the chat area on the right side of the page, or if you're like most leaders in this volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world of ours, you probably feel inclined to choose all three of these choices. Don't you worry, by the end of today's lesson, you'll discover proven ways to handle all these choices, and I'll show you some additional easy-to-use tools that will help you get even better at understanding, dealing with, and overcoming most of your challenges. In our I-Based Words episode, that's February 4th and 5th of 2016, we focused our attention on the importance of leaders using information transactions, interactions, and exchanges to be truly effective. In those and other webinars, we've also explored the networking traits and biological functioning found in all organizations. And finally, we have explained how leadership power opens new pathways, produces improvements, and shapes sustainable innovations. These three leaders' insights are featured in a World Economic Forum report of 2016 called Intelligent Assets Unlocking the Circular Economy Potential. Now, Um, in this very short video, we'll learn about three very broad types of challenges that most leaders encounter and will and need to overcome in their work and personal lives to increase their ability to influence and inspire or instruct their followers and stakeholders. It's a really short video, and if you give me a quick second, I'll run back over here and get it ready to play. And at the end of the 3 minutes, I'll come back and finish the rest of today's lesson. Okay? Thank you. Okay, I'm back, and I hope you enjoyed that short video. I think that was one of the first ones I ever did using that system. In fact, I'm pretty certain that was the first one I ever did. And while we're getting ourselves okay, getting up to the big size, um, let's go on to the next slide. Because every leadership act you take involves at least one or more of these six competency domains. Every C domain requires a set of specific practices, a series of effective processes, and robust strategies based upon time-tested principles. So instead of looking at the source locations, essential natures, or character traits of the challenges you encounter and perceive, you might want to look at or think about which C domain or core aspect of your leadership that is being challenged. Your C domains are ranges of your job requirements, responsibilities, and relationships demand that you fulfill and satisfy all six of these roles to the best of your ability. First, you must remember that you are never alone. Even if you are the only person in the place, you still can call upon the very wide variety of different ideas, insights, and inspirations of other people. You need to remember that you have faced other challenges, problems, and troubles before this one difficulty. So it's time to look for and find all the possibilities that this problem reveals and get positively determined to solve or work through the challenge. And finally, you must remember that the overwhelming majority of all successes in human history have come through failure, disaster, or extreme frustration. As this short example shows us, most challenges can be clearly identified and those challenges can be easily expanded upon. Then once defined, that challenge means that some type of change, be it behavioral or in a process or practice of or some other change focused objectives, must be planned and implemented, and a series of actions, strategies, or behaviors can be identified which will transform the challenges into sustainable, profit producing, growth driven, or capital enriching opportunities. Because if you are using your leadership power to support the purposes of your leadership actions, and those actions are being directed to help your people, policies, or processes achieve, support, and create a better world, life, or solutions, the only questions you need to ask are, how would you interpret the meanings of your leadership power, and would the effective exercise of your expertise, attitude, and skills result in the outcomes you desire or intend? Effective leaders always seek constancy in purpose and consistency in the excellence of their performances. You should do your utmost to create, support, and achieve these three worthwhile goals of your leadership power, which will better equip, energize, and enlighten you to think through, deal with, and overcome many of your challenges. Imagine yourself mastering or adding more of these four domains or ranges of features, focuses, and forays to your own leadership practices of thought, coaching, creative, change, collaborative, or evolutionary leadership. How and in which ways would you be able to more effectively handle your challenges, solve difficult problems, and discover new opportunities for growth or profits? There are more C domains, that is, competency domains, than these six. However, as I have mapped the common problems, challenges, and puzzles facing the majority of leaders, and also used Professor Biernecke's research of the leadership literature to indicate an elegant process and strategy for working with and working through your difficulties, it's up to you to begin acquiring inspiring and sharpening your skills, modeling more efficient procedures, and developing deeper and broader philosophically congruent and principled agendas and approaches to master all six of these competency domains to come up with your daily struggles, to cope with your daily struggles. It's your responsibility to use all your skills and abilities, all your expertise and knowledge, and all your emotional intelligence and psychological or spiritual strength to transform your human capital and the human capital of your organization into creative, wealth producing powerhouses. It's why you have been called a leader. And this is what I do to help leaders like you. In a word, I help leaders transform their human capital assets into creative, wealth producing powerhouses. Would you like to see how I can help you too? I hope you'll create, support, and achieve breakthrough solutions for dealing with your own leadership challenges, problems, and difficulties using these missions, mandates, and meanings to inspire, influence, and instruct your followers and colleagues in a perfectly competent, capable manner. And as you use the three elements of your leadership power to transform your own and their human capital, you'll see ways to discover game changing missions, pursue mandates for new opportunities, and identify meanings for all their abilities that will help you deal with these very important issues. This ends today's lesson. However, when you visit the page describing our really fabulous leadership action power system, 365-day coaching, consulting, training, and tutoring follow-up support program, it's at www.1-iam.com/365-power, and you make the leadership decision to proceed to checkout and you complete the enrollment process, you'll have an opportunity to enter your discount code, which is Quo Vadis. Just enter those two words, Quo Vadis, into the coupon box and then click the update form button, and you'll see the price of your program get reduced by 10 glorious percent. That discounted price is good and will be in effect for the rest of your time in this program. Now, I'm going to put our slideshow back down and run back over to the control panel so that I can send you the links to the two gifts that I have for you today. And if you give me a second, there we go. All righty. You'll see the links for the 5 leadership uplifter tasks infographic. It's in PDF format, and all you need to do is to click on it. Click on that link, and you'll also see. Oh, I see. You can go to the events page and get something, or you can actually go to our PDF page there and print off that infographic, and that way you can put it on your desk and use it in your daily task. There are five very important tasks that leaders have to perform, and as you go through your day, you'll find yourself doing some of those tasks and not doing some of those tasks. But if you spend most of your time doing those 5 tasks, I will guarantee you that your leadership performance will be incredibly enhanced and improved just by following those 5 tasks. And then, of course, we are featuring Words with Wisdom, the Rainbow Moment of Black Elk, uh, during this period, and that's a PDF as well, and you can download that and read it, or download it and print it off, or you can just read it online. It is about I think it's about 8 pages. So, that's up to you how you want to do that. But those are your gifts for attending our webinar and our replay session today. I also have one other thing for you, and that's our that's the program that is featured on the slideshow there too, as well as yeah, so that's the Ultimate Leadership Power Energized program. Oh, I'm sorry, that's actually another program, but don't worry, no worries at all. And and that program might be helpful for you as well. So I'm going to look for some of the choices that people made. I'm also looking for, okay, well, yeah, everybody selected all three of those choices on that earlier slide. Let me get back to that one again, just so that you guys know what I'm referring to here. Let's see, what's the most difficult challenge you have when facing your most difficult challenges? And yeah, I could probably run back there since I'm still sharing the slideshow. Let's see. Oh yeah, let me click that again. Present to everybody. Okay, you were screen sharing and presenting to everybody. I don't know why I didn't get taken there, but anyway, let me go back to that slide, because some of you asked, what were those choices again? Okay, here it is. Um, what is the most difficult challenge you have when facing your most difficult challenges? Is it understanding your challenges, dealing with those challenges, or overcoming your challenges? And that's the reason why there were a number of people who actually selected all three, because we all have problems and find it sometimes our problems or troubles are actually hard to understand what it is that I'm really dealing with here. And then, of course, dealing with it, but understanding what the challenge actually is trying to tell us is that's the very first selection there. So let me get back out of there, and I'll now go back to the control panel. But oh, wait a second. I need to actually go back here. Bing, bing, bing. I'm just looking to see if there's any other questions. Okay. And while you guys are looking at that, any other questions? Okay. And oh, okay, great. Yeah, all three. Yeah, that's all three. You're right. Um, well, I want to thank all of you for joining us today. I want to say thank you for participating as well in this week's episode. And for those who are on the replay, all you need to do is there on the right hand side of the page, next to the screen where the action was, you can basically type in a question and submit it, and our system will automatically email that question to me. And as a number of people have found out that, oh, hey, wait a second, he actually not only received my question, but he answered it. And I usually will use email and send you an answer of some sort about whatever it is that you had a question about. So I thank you all again for joining us, and please feel free to ask questions on the replays. And I say God bless, Godspeed, and take care. This is Bill Thomas saying have a great day. We'll see you on our next episode of Leadership Power Paradigms. Goodbye.